Ready and lay. I want to thank Ron for making up that little intro for us. I think that was real. That's really cute. I mean, and that's us all over there. Welcome to Survivor Circle 4, April 2nd, 2024. We are just tickled to even be here today. Because you know what? Where would we be if we weren't here? And thank everybody for being in chat and the various platforms and hanging out with us. And kind of mute the background from the incoming outside. But I took a nap this afternoon because I didn't have anything. The usual, oh my God, the sky is falling kind of stuff. I said, I don't want to do that today. It's no fun. And I said, as long as as long as all I ever look at is the dark side and the bad things that are happening, it's always going to look like shit. If you're crawling around in the sewers, all you ever see is shit. Well, I'm going to climb out and try to find my way out into the sunshine and pick some interesting things to talk about. That's just, there are good things happening in the world.
There is, but I have to blame you for something, but just keep going with this. I'm going to go.
Oh, don't blame me. Come on. I can take it.
You and I had a discussion about bugs one time.
Bugs.
Just bugs.
Okay.
Spring's coming. We've got ticks.
Oh, yes. Yes.
All this good, wonderful stuff. Okay, so not last night, night before last. I had this dream.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was weird. And we're this weird dream shit that you and I have fallen into is incredible. And thankfully I don't have as many bad dreams or weird dreams, because there for a little while it was like an every night thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just like every other night. So
okay,
but I had moved into a condo. Don't know why, but it was huge. I mean, it was huge. They called it a condo. I couldn't figure it out because it was like the size of a house. Okay. And right next to it was a set of offices. So like you go through this hall or across a hallway and it's just all these offices. Anyways, nice. I don't know what was going on in those offices.
No commuting.
Oh God, that would be great. Okay. I didn't dream about work. I woke up in my dream, and I woke up and I was like, what's in my bed? Because I'm asleep in my dream.
Okay.
And I'm like, what is going on? And in my dream, I was just crawling. Oh shit. Wait a minute. Oh, they've just put a tornado warning out for us. They just put out another watch. Now they've put out a tornado warning. Folks, it's going to go just south of me from what I'm looking at. So this might get interesting.
We can watch it in the background.
This is insane. Maybe. I don't
see we can see the witch and the bicycle go right behind it.
Can you see this?
I told you it was on its way.
Damn it, Charles. Anyway,
look, it's supposed to start storming here at like 8 o'clock unless it disappears again.
I can hear the sirens in Smith's Grove.
Ooh.
Only when the wind blows from up from the south can I hear anything
Mhm.
that happens in Smith Grove. Anyways, I'm going to get through this dream before no
Okay, okay.
power and all this shit. Okay. So
Yeah.
in my dream, I'm waking up and I'm digging, just digging, scratching, just,
Oh my.
and I'm like, so I wake up in my dream and I throw my covers back. Oh my God, there's ticks, there's fleas, there's gnats, there's these little, just every kind of freaking creepy crawly thing that you can think of. Thank God it wasn't cockroaches. I didn't dream about cockroaches. Anyway, but and that was in my dream. So then I wake up and then I jump out of my bed because apparently I was clawing at myself in my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And so I jump up, turn on my light, 2:00 in the morning, flip my light on and throw my covers back. No bugs. No bugs. But I was like, damn it, Charles. This is your fault. I'm blaming all this shit on you.
Oh.
But apparently in my while I'm physical self, I had clawed my arm. So when after I took a shower the next morning to go to work, I'm looking and I've got this rash up and down my arm from where I'd scratched so much. But anyway, fun times. Thanks, Charles. Love you. Don't mean it. I'm just
Well,
saying.
okay. That's like mine about a month ago, maybe, where I got in a fight with somebody. I can't remember. And it didn't matter. It was in a dream. So, okay.
Yes.
And I woke up and I took a swing, poof, left hook, and damn near, I hit my metal, thank goodness, water thermos. It was on beside the bed and knocked it clear across the room. Oh, that hurt. Oh. And so, yes, sometimes in some situations, there's a part of your brain that's supposed to turn your body off to reacting from dreams so that all these physical things don't happen. But sometimes it doesn't work because I broke a toe one time doing some fantastic kung fu moves to protect my grandson, and bang, right into the wall. Luckily, I hit where a stud was, or my foot would have gone clear through the wall. But as it was, I hit the stud and just broke my toe. So it's just, oh yeah, yes, Ron. Ambien is so much better because that
What the
kind of
hell
thing
are you talking about?
that kind of thing doesn't happen with Ambien because you just get up and go to the casino. And oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Ambien. Let's not,
Mhm.
don't get me started. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Ron, do you take it and go straight to bed? Like, seriously. Or, I know. We need to get Kevin and Ron on their Ambien
Oh my
and
God.
let them go at it. Oh, that would be
Night
hilarious.
hours with Ron and
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Kevin on Ambien.
Ambien does not slow down dreams, Ron. I'm sorry. It does not. No. I'm witness to that. I don't live with somebody, but I've been around somebody. Yeah.
Reduce your memory of the dreams. Okay. But believe me, take my word for it. The dreams are happening. You know.
He takes it and you do not move from your chair. Okay. Number one, go the fuck to bed. Number 2,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm glad that you do that. I'm glad you take it, and I'm glad you go to sleep, because there are some people that take it and don't.
Ron, does this explain the 4 hour Rumble posting that you did last week from your chair?
I would say so.
Because I did a quick scan and it looked like you weren't moving much. Oh God! I thought, gosh, what was Ron doing on the freaking on freaking Rumble for 4 hours last night?
Oh, wait a minute. I've got to screenshot this and send that to Evan. Man, the thunder's like really going good here.
Yes, I think I can bring up my weather channel again. Well, for us, they're talking about flood watch. But we're catching this is all the same front.
Are you catching? Are you south of or north of the bad weather that they're showing? Coming through Ohio, because like you said, that's what this is.
I'm not sure exactly, to tell you the truth. Radar.
Oh my gosh, I am just catching up on my messages. I didn't tell everybody.
I've been looking at it so close, so I can't tell where. It's pretty much. No, it's I'm north of most of it, but it's doing one of those sliding front things anyway. So we were supposed to get like torrential downpour 2 hours ago, and it disappeared completely before it got here. So we'll see.
Why is it out of all of the state of Kentucky? I'm the only one that's got a freaking tornado warning out for them.
It's your magnetic personality.
And I just woke up from a nap, people. I woke up from a freaking nap.
Let's see.
When I didn't get to tell that story either. But anyway.
Looks like it's going to be really clear once this goes through.
And cold. But ass cold.
Speaking of weather, as of now, I am really disappointed for Monday. Monday is going to be mostly cloudy. And it's all over. And I'll be damned if I'm going to go brave the traffic and drive 300-400 miles. Because it
didn't even look.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. Because everything, I looked the other day, and everything from Texas, except for one little bit of Arkansas, was supposed to have rain or cloudy skies. So it's just not for me. It's just not going to happen for me.
Let's see. Lorraine says in 6 days I'm supposed to have clear skies. I got a GoPro charged and all the solar glasses. Good for you. Good for you. I am.
Yeah.
I've got my glasses and I've got they're setting the sirens off again. Anyway. Gopher. I had my glasses from the last solar eclipse that went through here. Totality at that time was I went to Franklin, Kentucky and was able to view it there. And I'm thinking I kept those glasses up until I moved and now I can't find them. I knew I kept them, but what I ordered this time came with a little thing that I can put over my iPhone phone,
right?
The filter, and I can take pictures with it. So I love it.
Well,
But no, the weather's been so predicted to be so bad here today.
Because now I've saved my gas money and wear and tear on the car in a whole day, that I can go do any goddamn thing I want. You know? So there. I don't really like crowds that much anywhere. I saw an article today that was Cincinnati was expecting 50,000, I think they said 100,000 visitors.
Mm. All right, let me clue you in on all of that bullshit. Okay. So
there's
Franklin,
so much
Kentucky was the place that we went to for totality.
Mm-hmm.
And right after totality happened,
Mm-hmm.
We sat there for maybe 2 hours where we were. Traffic was fine after that.
Yeah.
And it was probably like even an hour, but it was everybody that was trying to get to the interstate. And so I'm just like, it's not, yes, it's a pain in the ass if you try to leave immediately after totality or even 5 minutes after the whole thing's over with.
Yeah.
Yes, it's awful. But if you just wait an hour or two, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
But the thing is, this time, as compared to times past, I can't remember people being so. Don't look up. Don't look out. Don't go anywhere. Quick run and empty Walmart.
We have gone back to the times where our way ancestors that flipped the fuck out whenever an eclipse went through.
I suppose
that's where we've gone back to. That's where we are, because one of my girlfriends sent me something and she's like, all this stuff they're saying about this eclipse, and I'm like, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It is complete BS.
It's no worse. It's no worse than a thunderstorm. It's not as bad as a thunderstorm going over. Okay, it gets really dark, and the sun goes away, and 4 minutes later it's over. Right. Oh my God! And you're not looking at destruction to the left of you and chaos to the right.
Exactly. And this comet that they're supposed to be able to see.
The Devil's Fork comet.
Oh yeah, I'm loving the name, but it's like, that should be awesome. I can't wait. But see, I won't be in totality this time. I think where I'm going to be at, it's 99.25 in Louisville.
It's going to be like,
but if it's going to be cloudy, fuck it.
It's going to be like 3 hands to the up above and to the right.
Okay.
Left.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's where the comet will be during totality. So,
I wonder, is this a radar? Let's see. Sorry. This is a supercell that's coming up. Wait a minute. I'm reading to see if there's one spotted on the ground or if this is a radar indicated. And if it's radar indicated, I'm good. It's still going to go south of me. It's not going to hit me. So just by about that much. Oh, that's the watch. I want the warning. Hang on. What are you all doing? My God. Okay, so I got
the cats.
The outside cat that decided that she was going to live here, whether I wanted her or not. She's gone.
Yeah.
She's been relocated. And now I can't keep my cats in the house. They want to stay out all the time. Now, mind you,
I like the big cats.
I have the door open so they can come in and out as they please. But she's at the window bitching because she wants me to go inside and give her a treat.
Oh.
So she's going to sit there and act like, I can't get in the house. I can't get in the house. I can't get in the house. Anyway, that cat is smarter than she looks. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, this is a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. And my community is not listed in it, even though it's in the county.
My
So,
radar says this particular cell wave isn't anything you should necessarily worry about.
it's just this one little pop-up supercell that's
Yeah.
kind of jumped up there. And
Yeah.
because all the rest of it is still, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's the thing with weather these days. I used to watch weather pretty tight, and the ones that I have settled on as favorites, the weather sites for me, were usually pretty darn accurate. Now they're terrible. It has to be that the weather has so crazily shifted that their forecast models just aren't working. You know? Because it's not like every weatherman in the United States just had their IQ dropped 20 points or something like that, you know?
Well, none of them do.
Well, the presenters that you see on TV, they don't have an IQ anyway.
Right.
They will be replaced by spokesmodels, by AI animated spokesmodels.
But the thing about it is that you have to realize the weather is exactly like the news media. This is what they're told to tell.
Yes.
So this is what they repeat. And you could do a montage on that all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about good. Since I came up with the subconscious idea, I'm going to talk about good things. Ohio just set a record last week. Or last
dumbasses or what?
No.
What?
The most oil ever produced in the history of oil in Ohio. 27 million barrels.
Holy cow.
Yeah. That's pretty damn good. Up from 11 million in like 2019 or something.
So are they going to just put it in barrels and hold it, or what are we doing?
They're selling it. I'm assuming they're selling it on the open market at whatever premium price is going for. You know, they're doing it because my cousin who works on the wells told me they were holding their oil and capping wells because they couldn't store anymore.
Well, I remember that.
But that was when the price was down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now they're, and this sounds true. A lot of these were gas wells that they were. I'm guessing they were pumping it back pumping the oil to get it down under to let the gas get the gas because they had a market for gas. Now the market for gas is flooded, and theoretically, natural gas would be so cheap that it's basically that's what they are saying. Right. Natural gas is too cheap to pump it into the pipes. That's it. Sure. You know? Now, irrelevant of what we're paying for it, they can't make any money on it.
That's true. So Oofy had this, we're permitted at least one dumb question per session, right?
We love dumb questions because we give dumb answers. Sometimes, most of the time.
Well, her question is, do you have your early warning wind chime activated? So apparently between the thunder and my wind chimes, here we
Yes.
go.
That is probably the best forecasting technique that any of us have come up with so far.
My favorite one, if you really want to know how windy it is, when you can't hear my wind chimes anymore, it's because the wind have pitched them onto the ground. And I've had that to happen one time. All three of them
Ooh.
were on the ground the next morning.
Hmm.
Oh, yay. I love these little things that I get. Lightning detected near your last known location. Remain sheltered for 30 minutes after you hear thunder. Well, I'm not really sheltered, but I'm here. I got a roof over my head, but that's all it is.
Yeah.
So the best thing is if lightning strikes, it's going to be back there, not here.
Mm-hmm.
The storm hasn't even come through yet. It's still south of me. But okay, so Jenny, the weather has totally changed. It's fake. What they put out, seriously, and this is like with the media. If you want to know everything that's really happening without a slant to it, you have to find somebody who's independent and that's going to follow it and that's going to update you not only as they're there and they see it, but
Actually,
just tell you what's going on.
As far as weather's concerned,
Mm-hmm.
the storm chasers are the best ones that they clear, precise weather,
Right.
forecasts. Right. Why? Because their livelihood depends on being where the weather's the worst, and that's just they're invested in it.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh Lord, Oofy, I'm going to try to put this in.
Okay.
Oh, I can't put it on there. CT promises that he's not going to nuke me. I'll send it to you through Skype. I just took a picture of it. I'm not going to just took a snapshot of it.
That reminds me, there was a home in Florida that they're trying to claim it's a piece of the International Space Station.
Really?
Went down, went through the roof, went through the second story floor, and they found it. It looked like a piece of kind of like lead pipe, maybe 4 inches long. But it looked like it had melted, like a piece, like it were something. Okay.
Holy cow!
So,
all right, Oofy, I sent it to you through Skype. There's Rockstar.
Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Glad she made it.
So, what you're talking about? Yeah, that's crazy. Could you imagine being asleep and then all of a sudden,
bang?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've had that happen.
But it wasn't a meteorite. It wasn't a meteorite.
It was not a meteorite. No. The meteorite. Yeah.
Ron wants to know if your session improved your dreams.
Yes. I think some of the things that I got settled actually just generally improved my state of mind. Okay. And it was just settled things down for me a bit. And that's always a good thing.
A good foot massage might do that too, Charles, without the trauma.
Are you volunteering?
No, hell no. I ain't touching anybody's feet.
Oh, okay. Oh, well then. Like I could just, maybe I will try that. Maybe I'll put something up on Facebook.
Yeah. But one of my good friends that used to live down here, we used to shoot guns and drink together all the time in that order,
Okay.
and sometimes out of that order. But when he got married, his wife and him do pedicures together. And he never in his entire life did he ever dream that something like that would be so awesome, so girly. I mean, he's a truck driver. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, she takes him with her when she has her pedicures done, and he's like, I turn on the all of the chairs are massage chairs, and he's like, I've got all of them, just everything just wide open.
Yeah. Oh, God,
vibration, all of the everything, and he loves it. So I think, yeah, if you can handle somebody touching your feet, there's a lot of people who can't. You need to do that.
I actually had a manicure done one time, like 15 years ago, and that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because dude, I'm a guy. I'm a machinist. I work with my hands, and my hands were beat up.
But you were on your feet the whole time.
And yes, exactly. So
you are the people that needed that.
If the manicure made me feel good, I suppose a pedicure would make me just feel I'd be tap dancing.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. I've noticed I've caught myself doing this, and I didn't know this was a thing until I saw that it was a thing. But if you massage your hands, maybe this way.
Yes.
If you start rubbing your thumb in the palm of your hand,
yeah,
and I noticed myself doing that a lot and didn't know that was a thing. But I imagine somebody with arthritic hands, that would not be good advice for them. But anyway,
I can't think. I think it was last year. I had an extended problem with my right shoulder. Okay, because I had messed it up trying to learn how to throw an alalo, like a spear thrower. Okay.
Oh yeah, and
yeah. I knew I'd done it. I thought, yeah, it'll go away. It's fun to get fine. And I waited and I waited and I waited, and it just kept getting worse. So I talked to my doctor about it. He said, don't worry about it. It's just the arthritis. Okay. So I said, then I finally got to the point where I said, I just ain't putting up with this anymore. And I looked up a chiropractor. And I went and I got an x-ray of that shoulder. And it had a little dangly thing coming down off the bone. Okay. Basically, the bones, I had chipped the socket of my shoulder.
Ooh, that sounds painful.
Little dangly spur hanging down off the
a bone spur?
A bone spur in my shoulder.
Holy cow.
And I said, okay. So he said, yeah, we can work on that. And I went in and I got some manipulation. I was probably twice a week for 2 months. And about the second time I went in, the chiropractor worked over in this straight line and went. And it snapped. And it immediately felt better.
I'm telling you, going to the chiropractor
broke it off.
The chiropractor is the best feeling ever.
Yes. Well, the thing that got me was that was all that could have saved me 3 years
Mm.
of pain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not constant pain, but coming and going and continually getting worse. Okay.
We're a tad stubborn.
Yes,
Tad.
just a little. But the thing is, while I was there, I had been having trouble with my, and I mean, the X-rays showed no problem with my back,
Mm-hmm.
but I do have a bit of arthritis in my neck, which okay,
Everybody does. It's
I'll
been in a
settle.
car wreck or
I'll
something.
settle. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Or a skiing accident or
Four-wheeler wreck. Yeah.
four-wheeler wreck, or
Motorcycle wreck. Yeah.
wreck. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
all those kind of things. They do tend to do things to your neck. But while they were doing this, they clicked my back and straightened it out a couple of times. And I said, and suddenly I'd been having a problem with a numbness in my right thigh,
Mm-hmm.
down to my knee. Okay. And I thought, oh, well, what the hell's causing that? And it went away. Completely went away.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yep.
thought, ooh. I said, well, where were we last week? Yeah. Just make sure you do that again. And
Mm.
it was like a disc.
Mm. Oh yeah. Yes.
A
Yes. Yes.
compressed
Yes.
disc in my middle back.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh yeah, that's where this goes.
Mm. Yeah.
So I said, I'm about ready any day now to go have another adjustment. That is, I had never, I had, well, wait a minute. I did go to a chiropractor once before when I had a problem with my wrist. I basically, and it had to do with work. Okay. I dislocated my wrist. Until you've spent 25 years yanking on the hand cranks for big equipment, you realize how hard that is on your wrists. Okay. And I went to a chiropractor and we did a few things and got once I quit doing that, it quit coming back. Let's put it that way. So it's like
I remembered the exercises that my chiropractor had me doing.
yes.
So I try to do them every so often, but I'm bad about that. I've been so freaking lazy in the last 3 years. It's just insane. But read
exercise-
Lorraine's comment, an osteopath. Tell me, Charles, what is an osteopath?
That is a bone doctor. That is
So,
a chiropractor that specializes in bone work. Kevin, hello, Doe.
I don't know. Which one did you just read?
Chase.
Oh, try me on the sore stuff, Dad. I'm walking bottle of Aleve. I'm there with you, brother. Totally there with you.
Okay. So, how do we get off on that?
Anyway, I don't know, because it was feel good stuff. We were talking about pedicures.
Yes.
And how good they feel. Chiropractor. That just, people are afraid to go to chiropractor because they don't want to get their neck popped. But I'm telling you, man, it is great. Oh, look, Lady V is here.
We are happy, happy, happy now.
Mm-hmm.
Osteopathy is specialized doctor credentials.
Okay, so she puts that DO out there. Where I work, we have volunteers that come out to work, and I've seen a lot of the DO. They just put DO out there. So I think I kind of like to see that.
Basically, still a chiropractor. It's osteopathy
Mm-hmm.
or chiropractic. They're both the same kind of thing. And check with your insurance. That's all I can
Oh,
tell you.
always first.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
always.
But
And that's another thing. I can't, as much as chiropractors, and I think this is a whole racket as well. As much as chiropractors help align and take your pain away,
mhm,
your insurance will not pay for them like a normal MD,
yes, exactly.
which I kind of think is shitty. But anyway, oh, I'm going to mute. It's loud. Can you hear the rain?
No.
Oh, you can hear that? Okay. You will.
It looks like
You will.
it looks foggy-ish in the background there.
Yeah, it looks foggy, but that's all rain.
Okay.
So here we go. An osteopath usually has an advanced medical degree, can administer and prescribe drugs, etc., but not
Well,
an MD.
hmm.
They're training more coverage, but you're right, Maria. Big Pharma runs MDs, still dominate the industry. We saw that in COVID.
Good grief,
And now
yes.
they're all kind of coming back in on the sly, going, "Oh, everything we ridiculed you and banned you from and everything else. Yeah, those drugs worked. Oops. We'll tell you now 3 years later.
I
4
heard
years
that.
later. 4
I have.
years later."
Yeah. Look, I was in the very beginnings, in like February of 20, when it first came out that hydroxychloroquine, okay,
Mm-hmm.
might um, reduce the symptoms and act as an antiviral in these cases.
Mm-hmm.
And it was tracked back that this possibility had come from a weapons researcher
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
out of France, had brought this forward from his research, but he's probably in jail now. But he brought this
Mm-hmm.
forward because his wife was very ill
Mm-hmm.
and told his doctor, and the doctor pretty much told everybody that would listen. He didn't come up with it. They didn't pull this out of the air. Okay, it was honest research. Was it a cure? No.
No.
It was never
Never meant to be.
nobody, no responsible person whatsoever ever said that this will
Mm-hmm.
cure COVID because nobody knew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This researcher said, we've worked on stuff like this in the lab, and this seems to reduce symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
That was all it was. But
Mm-hmm.
that was all we had. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was it. This was this, and the basic the paradigm for treatment at that time was to stick your ass on an intubator and pray. Okay. And we see how well that worked in so many cases.
What was the other one? The
Ivermectin?
Yes. Now they're saying that shit's awesome. They're like saying that helps people with cancer as well. But they ridiculed anybody that they heard that had been prescribed that, which was awful, and it helped their COVID symptoms tremendously. But that was ridiculed as well. Any medication, even with flu, they're going to give you the Tamiflu. They're going to give you anything that helps your symptoms. It's not going to do anything to the
But it's
virus.
not.
It's going to help your symptoms.
It's not effective. It's not as effective as Ramdam.
Correct.
Which
Which
is
all of these medications
$4,000 a shot.
doesn't matter. I'm telling you, these people that were suffering with the COVID would have given their house to have felt better. But they
Sure.
took everything off of the market because
Yes.
one individual would repeat.
Took a cup of swimming pool chemicals.
No, one individual, those words that
Yes.
came out of their mouth, and immediately the
Yes.
media pounced on everybody. And it's, the hydrochloroquine has been prescribed to people for years.
Maria, if you listen to TV or any mass media, what is the biggest advertiser that you hear? You'll hear 20, 30 advertisements an hour, and 8 out of 10 of them are for pharmaceuticals.
Oh, yeah. Viagra. I remember when Viagra. Oh, yeah. Viagra. Mm-hmm. And so there was another bunch that comes out.
Big media.
When you hear anything from the 70s or 80s music coming out, immediately mute your TV because it's going to be a fucking pharmaceutical commercial. Mute it. Turn the damn channel, whatever it is you've got to do. It just, I'm like, you can't
Did they bring back Louie yet?
Oh, Charles, damn it. You just put that out into the universe and now we're screwed. So there you go.
Okay. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
But it is. And when did that start, Charles? Because I was like, I can remember hearing one of the first commercials. And what was it for cholesterol or high blood pressure?
Oh,
but it was like, when the commercial, what year did the commercial start? Was it like 2010-ish?
I think it was cholesterol. I can remember there being cholesterol commercials back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, certainly back in the 90s.
Oh, I don't know.
I was on cholesterol meds in the 80s.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, because I remember my mother and I had this conversation one time. One of her friends, wife's husband, whatever, was put on this one certain medication, and I do not remember the name of it.
Okay.
Started with an L, I think. And it was for high cholesterol. But and it wasn't just one. This was something that I heard her say several times. Because she told somebody, it was like, do not let the doctor put you on this. They lost all control of their leg function.
Oh, my.
Couldn't walk. They ended up being in a wheelchair because of this cholesterol medication.
Uh-huh.
And, it was like they have high cholesterol. Then all of a sudden they're taking this medicine. They're taking that medicine. They're in a wheelchair. They can't move, they can't walk, anything. So, but it was like, and the fucking doctors never blinked an eye.
Nope.
At any of it.
No, I don't remember what the one was I was on. It was It was definitely in the 80s, and I was on it for 3 years. Uh, since I am so lucky to be of part Native American ancestry, our livers function differently. Okay? And it's, I have high cholesterol, had high cholesterol. So for 3 years, I followed the diet 100%, took the pills, blah, 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 all the way down the line for 3 freaking years. Did not eat an egg for 3 years. Okay? And I like eggs. And it didn't affect my cholesterol whatsoever. So I said, hell with it. I said, why am I taking this if it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing? Fortunately, I didn't have any of those funny side effects that affected so many people. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was Lipitor. Thank you, Lorraine. Lipitor. Yep.
Yep. Oh, I remember the commercials for that one.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And they did that for a long time. I think right now my favorite commercial is the one about if you were ever stationed at Camp Lejeune.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? Your military just did this to you because they knew that water was tainted, poisoned. Yeah.
Yes.
They knew it. They didn't give a shit. But now, from the 50s to the 80s, after that's closed down, it's like 50 years later. Oh yeah, here.
Any of you who survived to this point can sign up and sue us. Yeah.
I'm at the point now. I'm going to go back through my dad's medical records or like his life history. Dad, were you ever stationed at Camp Lejeune? Because your offspring are going to love this shit. But happier times. What were you talking about? We need to talk about happy shit.
Happy. So we talked about COVID. We've talked about COVID.
Yeah, I snuck that in. Our video. There's another fucking tornado warning out here. What the hell?
I have to refresh your.
Need to refresh my damn drink. So everybody, I want you to know this is how my day started. I get up, I go to work. I'm listening to the sirens in the background. I'm glad y'all can hear it. But I get up and go to work. And at 10:30, no, it wasn't even 10:30. It was like a quarter after 10. And I get to my office and I get a phone call from my boss. And he's like, by the way, just to let you know, we are letting everyone go home at 11:15. It's like, okay. And hang up the phone. And then he calls me back and he's like, you live way further out than everybody else does. Go home now. And I'm looking at the radar and there's these little scattered showers or whatever coming up. And I'm like, cool. Okay. So by the time I hit the road, right behind me is this ugly thunderstorm coming up. Mm-hmm. And I thought, this is my story and I'm sticking to it. I was like, you know what? I don't want to drive in this mess. I don't want to outrun it. I stopped at Porto's. It's Taco Tuesday. They're open. I got there at 11, a little after 11. They're open. So I had my traditional Taco Tuesday fest. I come home, decide to take a nap. Because, I'm home. It's cloudy. It's windy. I'm just going to take a nap. I did not wake up until 15 minutes before the show was supposed to start. And I don't think I would have. I would probably still be asleep right now. But anyway.
And you look marvelous.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, you've not seen. Nobody has seen me when I take a shower, wash my hair, and go to bed immediate. That look with all of this. But and it was like today I was outside. I had to work outside a little bit where I work. And it was like I could feel my hair growing with all of the humidity. It was just
I'd love to have that feeling again.
I bet you would. I bet you would.
Hmm.
Jenny
Oh.
we got lucky. The storms formed more. Yes, good. Good. Storms, spring, our area, storms. It's never a good thing. Ever.
Yeah, whatever. That's all the world's the stage. Hey, I'm turning this right. No, I'm not. Okay, I'll keep watching. It's going away. You're almost clear. And
This one is still south of me, but it's like it's gonna skirt just like this one did, but no wind, no rain.
Reminds me by the time the storm gets here, it's going to be 90% dissipated. So,
Oh yeah, that's great. That is always a good thing.
but they've been yelling for 3 days. Oh my God! Crawl into the basements.
Oh my
Hide
God.
the children.
Just 3 days? Shit, it's been a week here. It's like, oh, by the way, the weather's great. Happy Easter, but y'all are gonna be fucked when Monday and Tuesday shows up.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
saying. My supper just got delivered, so next time, thanks for the stream, Charles and Maria, and thanks for lightening things up. Yeah, whatever we did, sister.
We're trying,
Love you
baby.
much. Yeah, love you much.
Have a good evening. Love you.
We've got to do better, Charles. We've got to do better.
We're working on it. We're back in the kind of I want to get back in our lane again, instead of chasing all that crazy bullshit.
What lane do we drive in?
Our lane.
Which one is that? I mean, we're fucking all over the road anyway, so
that's right. We don't need it. Where was this a quote from one of the Back to the Futures? Where we're going, we don't need no roads.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what it is. Yeah.
There you go.
Out here, there's not a road. There's one way in and one way out, and it depends on if I like you or not.
Yep. So
if you're leaving. Oh, look, Marco showed up. I'm sorry, Marco. You popped in a long time ago, and I didn't give you salutations. Oh, salutations. Okay, so this was something that popped up on my TikTok feed not long ago. Hee-haw.
Mm-hmm.
The where are you tonight? Why did you leave me?
All alone.
I love that.
I rolled over and I thought I found you love. You found another and
you were gone. It's wonderful.
Yep, I remember that one. Those are fun. And bring that back. No, I don't know. Oh my God, that would offend everybody. No.
Oh, dude. Oh my God, Lulu. What Lulu? Lulu was the fattest chick in that whole show, and she was absolutely beautiful. And I wonder whatever happened to her. She was great.
Or Minnie Pearl.
Oh wow.
People. Unless I guess you're an old fart.
I'm an old fart. I remember all that.
I made a joke with somebody who had posted who was talking about some clothes or something. I said, "Is the tag still on that?"
I make that reference.
They didn't get it. Yeah.
No, there's stuff from like the late 80s, early 90s that with the kids that I work with,
Oh my God.
I'll make a reference to, and they look at me and I'm like, YouTube, look it up. Don't make me do all the fucking work for you.
Oh my God. There was something. Okay. Yeah. Ufi posted a video, and it was about the new and improved Havana syndrome. That's it's the Russians. They're
Tell me.
attacking our. They're
Okay,
attacking. Okay, and I
I've
said,
seen this trending on TikTok. What the or
but the whole thing
Twitter.
is the thing that got me was, and they had these experts and ex-CIAs and ex-intelligence and all this kind of stuff giving their opinions on all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, oh my God, yes, it's the Russians. Oh no, it couldn't be the Russians.
It's
They
always
don't do that.
Russian.
Okay, the point is, the one old guy said, but that's not the sort of thing we involve ourselves with. We don't kill people. And, we don't kill their spies and they don't kill ours. Excuse me? Excuse the hell out of me?
We slaughter them as often as we can.
No. It's in one of the few public places in CIA headquarters in Virginia is a Hall of Heroes that has like 100 stars, no names on them, but 100 stars of all the people who have given their life in clandestine services. So that's just fake, right?
Ooh. Yep, you're gonna hear this. Hang on, it's coming. Count 1, 2. Apparently, that's further off than what I thought it was. Nope.
There's 7. That's 7 or 8 seconds. That's 2 miles south of you.
Shit.
That's okay.
My table was rattling just then from that. Wow.
Ooh, good ones.
Yeah, that was thunder, Jenny. I'm outside. It gets a little loud here sometimes.
But that was explaining to you, Fee, my smart ass remark about that. Because, well, we're the CIA. We don't do that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right, y'all are stupid. Whatever.
Thanks, Mr. Oh so special.
Yeah. Oh, Jenny saw the lightning. Yay, there we go. I'm not crazy. I saw the flash, but it did take a while. And I got to looking on radar, and that's quite a ways for me right now. I on my the International Space Station was crossing over Sunday night, I think. Saturday night. Sometime this weekend. This weekend was a blur. I worked like an idiot, inside, outside, and everywhere else. But I heard that I got the notification that the International Space Station was coming over. So I set my camera up on the balcony like I do quite often. And in the distance, you could see lightning flashing as the International Space Station was coming up. That lightning was like 150 miles away.
Wow. Okay.
So it was like, it was beautiful. And it was in 2 different areas. So like one of it was in like western Indiana. and the other part was in eastern Indiana. So there were two different storms going on that I caught the lightning from, and I was like, if I can catch that
Oh,
from my little bitty phone camera doing the time lapse of the International Space Station going over, how beautiful would that be if you were on the ISS?
oh yeah. Would that would
The stuff
yeah.
you get to see,
Mm-hmm.
the auroras. That's what I would love to go. That's the auroras are beautiful, and I had 2005 for 2 nights. I had the pleasure of viewing the auroras all the way here in southern Kentucky. They were gorgeous. Couldn't take my eyes off of, and they lasted for several hours. Could you imagine going across the earth and being able to see that from above? That
Mm.
hit the earth and then it just scatter out.
If they had a, if I remember correctly, if they had a satellite in the proper satellite telescope in the proper wavelengths, which I'm not even sure what they would be, to view those, basically it would be, no, it'd have to be further out than that. I'm thinking but there is there is a point where you could orbit a satellite, okay, that would stay above the night side of the Earth as it goes around the sun. That would be a place to be, because you could see the aurora, like the sun. You would be in eclipse from the sun all the time, but you could see the coronas and the auroras. That would be one hell of a picture to watch.
Why don't we have that? Because we have the Soho. It's got,
on the other
we
side.
watch the sun constantly. Why do we not have something other than the International Space Station that watches the Earth? I bet we do. We just don't know about it. We're not privy.
Yeah.
Oh, look. He's like he's got to forget buns. Whatever. Use bread, crackers, damn it. You don't need fucking bread. You don't need any buns.
Give up the carbohydrates. Just
exactly. Just eat it without it. Come on. Come on.
Cut the carbs.
Quit being a pussy, Jay. Just saying.
Bake your own bread.
Don't even do that. Don't even freaking use bread. Just say. I love making fun of him. He's funny.
I love homemade bread.
Oh, I do too.
I just don't like sliced bread. Mm-mm. I really don't. I will eat
slice my own,
but I don't like it. Mm-mm. If there's homemade bread here, which we have sometimes, I would just eat nothing else. I'm still trying to learn how to make good biscuits. I can do biscuits, but they're not really good. I haven't quite got it yet.
Do you add the yeast to it?
No, not for biscuits.
Okay, dude, I'm just telling you, find somebody that used to work at Hardee's that made their biscuits.
Hardee's.
They put yeast. They put yeast in that.
I'll be damned.
Mm-hmm.
That's more like a roll then.
Mm-hmm.
That might be okay. But I know these can be done. My grandmother used to do them.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And she didn't teach me. So damn it, I've got to figure it out myself.
I'm trying to think. So I can remember when my grandmother would make she would make homemade dumplings. And I remember watching her with that.
Yes.
But when she made her biscuits, it was drop biscuits,
Right.
and they weren't anything like Hardy does or anything like that. But damn,
My grandmother rolled the dough, the rolling pin, and she cut the biscuits with
yes,
a
yes.
pint jar.
Oh,
Yeah, a big
yours had
jar.
a pint jar. Mine had a can, an old aluminum can, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
peas came
same
out
thing.
of or something. Just, yeah,
Yes. Yes.
perfect.
Yep.
Biscuits use buttermilk and shortening. Oh, lard.
You
Use
know,
lard.
that may be no, not enough lard.
It's lard.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the Hardee's biscuits and stuff like that, it was they use there's yeast in. I never got the specific recipe simply because it's Hardee's. My God, I would hate to think I would have to like cut it back.
Yeah.
But they put yeast in their biscuits, and then after they come out of the oven is when they just brush the tops with the butter, and my
Ah.
cholesterol and carbohydrate heaven is there. But I'm a firm believer. Okay, so we were talking about cholesterol earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Bacon and eggs, you just for breakfast, my God, sausage, you can't beat it. I mean, it's you got your protein, all that good, wonderful stuff. If you eat toast with it, there's your carbohydrates that you kind of need to like cut back on the protein stuff. I don't know. It's just, man, wish my grandmother was still around because my God, I could, that woman get up in the morning. What do you want for breakfast? Cook it. Doesn't matter. It was done. It was there.
Yeah.
And I can remember also, I think it was my sister that had problem with, she didn't like breakfast foods per se, the eggs, bacon, all that stuff. She didn't want to eat that. So at that time when she was born, that was weird. And the doctor told my mother, it was like, if she wants a cheeseburger for breakfast, cook it. Whatever. If she wants cold pizza, feed it to her. It's okay. So that was when my mother got into the habit of what did anybody want for breakfast, she'd cook it. Of course, you had to put your order in the night before because if you didn't get it, you weren't getting it. But anyway, um, many a nights, my brother would come in. My brother's 10 years older than I am. So when he would come in from college at age 19, 20, 21, I was 9, 10, 11 years old. So if he wanted cheeseburgers, guess what? That's what I got for breakfast.
Thanks, Jenny. Thanks for stopping
Thanks,
in.
Jenny.
Next week.
Hang on, I will be right back. Hold that thought. Keep
All
going with
right.
the cheeseburgers, scrambled eggs,
Oh
all
my
that good
God.
shit.
Weird stuff for breakfast. I breakfast's always been my favorite meal, and it really did. I'm my probably my favorite is pancakes. Because this is terrible, but okay, I'll go ahead and say it. My mother made terrible pancakes. She would leave them doughy, and they weren't done in the middle, and I just I just ate. So I decided probably probably when I was in the first grade that I was going to learn how to make good pancakes, and I started, and I make pretty good pancakes. Got my own ideas and my own ways and methods, and pancakes are really my favorite thing. Uh, Sausage for sure. I like bacon, but it's so damn hard to find good bacon these days. most of the I just all the name brand bacons, they're just they're just not that good anymore. So I have to. I do like sausage, but most of the sausage is underspiced, and I can't find sage sausage hardly anywhere. But I stock up on it when I can find it, because that was another of my grandmother's specialties. We would uh, render a pig, and a lot of it went into sausage, and that was for the year. But she did a sage spiced homemade sausage that was just to die for.
You can make it yourself, Charles. Just get you some ground pork.
Yeah.
Cayenne and sage is all you need. And you make it to however you want to go.
Yep. But
thanks, Sophie. Not a Klingon.
That's my whole.
But I can remember whenever I
did my own breakfast. So I did my own breakfast from the time I was in the 4th grade. I did my own till now, because I fixed my own breakfast when I was married, even when I was married. So the wife didn't have to get up that early. So
that was one thing with Mom. That was her routine with us kids. She would just, and I can remember in high school though, I didn't eat breakfast before I left the house, but I went to Hardee's every morning with the people that I rode to school with, and I'd get a sausage biscuit, every bit of it. But I can remember, she said, V said, you're breaking her heart. But I can remember grocery stores used to sell homemade sausage. And they would have this huge slab. Yes.
Right. Yes.
Huge slab of it. And it was more expensive than what you could buy from all those tubed, poor folks and
exactly
anything like that. Field sausage, Jimmy Dean's? It was a little bit more expensive, but oh my gosh, it was so good.
Yeah.
And there was V's laughing at you from making your own breakfast while married. If I'm cooking myself something, everybody's gonna get what I'm cooking for myself. If you don't want to eat it, fine. I'll take it for lunch or whatever. But if I'm going to cook something, everybody else is going to get what I've got.
Yeah. I always looked at it, it's about the same amount of mess, whether you're serving for one person or serving for 6.
Well, it was bad enough when I cooked the mess that came out of that. I couldn't imagine. Oh my God. Because, it's like you can't make gravy because you're stirring it and it's going to splash out and it's going to be everywhere. But that's one of my favorites that I'll do on the weekends. I'll cook a bunch of bacon. I'll fry up some eggs and stuff so I can take to work for breakfast. And gravy, I don't care how careful you are. There's going to be flour all over the stove.
Yeah.
When you're stirring, it's going to flop out. If it's not messy when you're cooking or eating, it's not good.
Yeah, this is true.
One of my favorite things that I can't wait for my favorite corn that's grown is Silver Queen, white silver cream.
Okay.
Have you ever had that?
probably have, but I don't.
Fry
I
that,
don't.
fry that up in a skillet. Oh wow.
You know what I'd like to have? I'd like to have some cornmeal,
Mm-hmm.
made Indian corn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've seen Indian corn. It's
Yes.
not golden corn on a cob. It's
It's
all different
all different colors.
reds,
Yes.
and
Yes.
greens, and yellows. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have that done up, or find somewhere that does the old, real deal Indian corn into cornmeal. It's just one of those things. I want to know what that would taste like.
Oh, it's got to
Okay.
be wonderful.
Yes, it has to be wonderfully flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was probably in my 40s.
Mm-hmm.
First time I ever ate buffalo, and that is to die for. I thought, oh my God. Yeah, that's true. May have to try that. Have to go down to North Carolina or something and see if I
Well,
can
no,
find.
here in Kentucky, they've got places. It's not buffalo; it's bison,
Yes, yes.
and
Okay.
they'll have bison burgers, which I've not had. My
Ooh.
most favorite is elk, but it takes forever to cook it. I
Yes.
remember having elk sausage.
I like venison sausage.
Oh yeah.
Venison is good, but most of the places, and I've had it straight and mixed with pork. They'll mix it in about a third pork to get the oil in it, to get the fat in it, because the venison really doesn't have any fat. You know. So, oh yeah.
There comes your lard that they outlawed
Yes, yes.
forever ago.
Mhm.
That's to cook your fried chicken, make your gravy, do stuff like that with lard. You can't replace that taste.
Get some Olestra. Just stay close. Just stay close to the bathroom. Yes.
Yeah, I remember, and there's a lot of people in here that's way younger than us, but I remember what McDonald's French fries tasted like before they changed their oil.
Yes.
And it's not the same.
No.
It is not the same. I can't eat McDonald's French fries now because it's nasty. Greasy's Oofy says, what's that song? Greasy, slimy, go for guts. I have no clue.
Okay. God, that's terrible. Oh my God. Well, I guess, guys, y'all, next week at 8:00, is it next week that Kev's coming over to Tuesday?
Yes, Tiffany, yeah, Universal Secrets. It's going to be next Tuesday on the 9th.
Yeah. So they had a really good show last night. Something about time travel.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it immensely.
It's a good thing you brought my attention to the end of the show because my computer is like gonna die pretty soon. Oops.
Yeah. Yes, that too. Well, heck, guys, we are coming up on the hour and a half much, the 8:00 hour, and will US follow SC?
It will. Universal
Yes.
Secrets will
Yes,
follow
it will.
SurvivorCircle. Yeah. We know where everybody's loyalties lie.
It'll be a 2 for Tuesday.
Yeah. 2 for. Perfect. Oh, and the wind's blown enough. It's blown out one of my candles. So I'm
Oh,
going
no.
to puff that one
Well,
out.
it looks like we sat through the worst of the storm for you.
All of it went to the south, but the front that's coming in, the rest of the week, our lows are going to be in the 30s. And I'm not going to be pleased at all. I'm going to have to turn my heat back on. And I don't fucking want to. Thanks, V. Love you, baby. Glad you were here.
April, it'll be the last one.
Go. Keep moving your ass. Go that direction.
I thought cats were supposed to be soft-pawed and nimble.
Not mine.
Like a
that
cow.
One, yeah, that one's 14 years old. God love him. He might have 2 more years in his life, maybe, if I'm lucky. But yeah.
You never know.
Nothing nimble about him. Thanks, Bobby.
Thanks, Bobby.
I'm glad you showed up, baby.
And we're looking forward to seeing you soon on one of your gaming broadcasts.
I wish I could do that.
You just...
I'm either asleep or at work.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course, I took a nap today from 2:30 to 5:30, so
some things just don't fit in the schedule, and that's okay. That's okay. We do what we can. Oh, and is that tonight too?
What?
Alan B. Smith?
Oh, I've missed that. If it is,
I think he has. I'm pretty sure he has a show on later tonight too. So, gosh, just Tuesday's getting crowded.
Does he tonight? He's usually Thursday night. I felt so sorry for him last time because he was sick, no guest. I was trying to bring people in.
I actually went back and watched that one twice.
So. That was a good one. He does better without guests. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And that was one of those, and there was something that was brought up in that questionnaire that I ended up diving down the rabbit hole.
Yes.
And I sent him a couple of pages and a couple of other links and stuff to some of the things that I had found along the way. So he's appreciative.
He appreciates that.
He enjoys that kind of thing.
He appreciates that, yes.
There's so much background on the UFO thing. And no matter how knowledgeable you are, you're not going to have the entirety of it
correct
on hand at any particular time.
Right.
There was basically the thing that I found had to do with a nuclear engineer that had wired up 185 of the 230 atomic test bombs.
Oh, yes. I remember this. Yes.
Al O'Donnell.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he was the source for the story for Annie Jacobson. That it was the Nazis that were responsible for Roswell.
Yes.
And the reason he told that story was because he took part in the American version of that, the dirty trick that we did back to them, back to the Russians. And he felt so bad about what they had done to the human subjects in that program. Now think about that.
He felt bad afterwards, but he didn't give a shit during. So
No, it was just he was just doing his patriotic duty.
yeah, whatever.
Yes, that's what.
Yeah.
And that is Annie Jacobson
Mm-hmm.
in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Those are her heroes.
Yes.
Yes. So, geez, that was remarkable. And y'all, for hanging out, we're going to give you a special thank you.
Yes.
And
Definitely. For putting up with our shit.
For putting up with the April Fools. Yes. I don't mind being an April Fool.
A day later.
Yes, a day late and a dollar short. So,
as we are.
So I'm going to go outside and see if I can see the storm coming.
The lightning's beautiful.
I think that'd be worth doing. It's and now it is entirely changed.
Yes.
I
Totally not the Armageddon.
These forecasters
It's awful.
are really, really losing it these days.
They give you the worst end of it.
I'm going to be my own forecaster. I'm going to go outside and look up.
Ta-da! If the rock is wet, it is raining.
Yes. So thank everybody. Really been good to have you today.
Yes.
And we will see you next week. Thanks, Maria.
Thank you, Charles.